Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. It is Brittany with Scribbles by Brittany, and I am bringing you a Am I the Butthole stories. I really like reading them off. I keep them anonymously. I usually only share the details as for like if they post the age and male or female, but I really think that some of them are hilarious. So bear in mind and enjoy the ride. I am bringing you a kind of a speed paint artwork, and I wanted to keep this artwork a very clean aesthetic. So liner art and just ballpoint pen is what I'm using, and this is kind of curated to both genders in mind. Like, if you like it, cool. Like, I can actually post it onto Redbubble when I get the chance, and you guys can have it for purchase. I'm actually posting the link to my Redbubble shop in the description below, so that way you guys can shop all of my designs. And that was just a little shameless plug. I can't help it. I gotta market somehow, you know? But without further ado, I will bring you onto the journey of Am I the Butthole? Okay, so this is story number one, and some of the stories I have read just a teeny tiny bit, only because I gotta choose some of the funniest ones, like, or the ones that, like, are relatable. Like, who has not done something that is somewhat relatable? So, now we begin. And if you guys hear the thunder and lightning and the rain outside, I have, like, my doors open, fans on, like, I absolutely love this weather. But I digress. I'm gonna get into this. So this one says, Am I the asshole for farting near a coworker that I can't stand? When I read that title, if that's a title, I was like, this is very relatable. Like, I will admit to being in those shoes at least twice in my life. Oh, that was a big sorry, I just heard the thunder. It's really loud. Um anyway. Oh, wow. Okay. So, 30s female, have a coworker who's 40s female who has always been exceedingly rude to me and everyone else around. Even if I ask her an innocent question, she acts like I'm stupid or that I should be sorry for existing in her presence. Honestly, I'm kind of in that situation right now, except for it's my supervisor. Anyway, she's unnecessarily rude and unpleasant with everyone. I can't stand negative, mean people, but I don't like to complain to HR, so I just avoid interacting with her whenever possible. She's unknowingly made me cry before, too. I've had supervisors like that do that to me before. She works in a different room than I do, but sometimes I have to go into her room to do a small part of my job. Last week, I ate some delicious Brussels sprouts and had some really nasty gas the next day as a result. Like, really, really bad. Nothing is worse than either broccoli or Brussels sprouts farts, I think. Maybe deviled egg farts, but anyway. Like, this is where it's the relatable part, you know? I didn't plan it this way, but when I was alone in the room with her to grab something job related, I let a hot one rip right before leaving. There was nobody else in the room, so she had to know it was me. Now she gives me dirty looks. I thought it was pretty funny at the time, but now I wonder if it was uncalled for. It's not like she can go to HR, but am I the asshole? I had to hurry up and read it because my dog was starting to bark and I'm not too sure why. Maybe because of the thunder, who knows. But honestly, I don't think you're the asshole at all. I find it very fucking funny. But that's just me being petty when it comes to stuff like if you're gonna be rude to me and act disrespectful towards me, even after I've given you respect, you're gonna get the petty side of me, and I'm gonna lose all respect for you. And like currently, I'm dealing with the situation with my supervisor being extremely disrespectful, and the way she talks to people is not appropriate by no means. But let's put it this way: like, you cannot treat somebody like shit and expect to not be treated like shit. It's just that simple. So, honestly, like, I don't know exactly what you could do in the situation. Like, I understand putting up with it, but at some point, when it gets to like a point where you're blowing up at her or something, it's time to bring HR in and address the situation. In my current like where I'm currently at, I have brought HR in, and unfortunately, they didn't really do a whole lot, and I got a lot of like blame game thrown towards me. And so I've just been documenting all of the times that my supervisor has been in the wrong. And then that's going to be for another situation. But yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. I think it's funny. And I guess rude and disrespectful people better watch out. That's how I feel about that. Currently, I am just adding in like final details and stuff. It's going to be kind of quick. This next one, the next story that I have is something really simple. There's no ages or anything towards it, but it says, my neighbor has rented a dumpster to clear out his house and garage. He is the coolest old guy. Can't get around like he used to, though. I saw him on his porch while taking a walk and stopped to say hello. He started getting all wound up because Mary across the street decided to throw an old chair in the dumpster he rented without asking. I half jokingly asked if he wanted me to go put it back in her yard, and he just chuckled. I've got my own beef with Mary. Anyways, so after our chat, went and manhandled the chair out of the dumpster and walked it over to her yard and set it next to her garbage can. LOL. Am I the asshole? Honestly, no. You're not. Disrespectful people deserve disrespectful actions and consequences. And I find it very funny. And honestly, you're sticking up for your neighbor that obviously can't get around. So, and it's not, how should I say, like, it's not hard for Mary, or like, this Mary person, to go over and ask him, hey, would it be okay if I just threw this into your dumpster? It's not that hard. It's a common courtesy. Like, and if he said no, then no means no, whatever. You can go and find somebody, and burn it. Like, again, not that hard. I mean, I come from a rural area, so if somebody has trash or whatever, most of the time, like, they're burning it. Um, and that's just something that us country folk do, No big deal. But no, I don't think you're the asshole. I think it's funny. Because disrespectful people deserve all the disrespect. So, go on and have at it. Let me know in the comments what you think about these two stories and how you feel. Obviously, you guys know my opinion, because I don't think anybody's the asshole in these two situations. I think some of the situations are really funny and very lighthearted. I wanted to make sure we were keeping it kind of lighthearted and, have a little fun with it. You kind of, in these scenarios, you kind of have to choose between logic and your heart. And what better way do we have a balance, So this is why the video is called Heart and Brain Balance, because, you're always fighting with two sides. And in this artwork right now, I'm using a cross-hatching method to add some shading and details to the heart part of it. But I would like to thank you guys, and I hope you guys have an awesome day, week, year, month, whatever you want to call it. I hope you guys keep on creating and worrying less. Bye!